Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. The Temple of Consciousness at RDR, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. All the meditation centers and the trusts around the world, be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. We shall not hurt anyone in body, mind or soul. We shall help those who are hurt. May the whole world live in peace, prosperity and harmony. World Prayer. May the leaders of every nation intuitively attain divine realizations. The boundaries of all nations guarded by a force common to every country. May all men live without rancor or fear, working for a living, all wars disappear. May the people all over the world find lasting peace which fills their mind. Rain blessing. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May there be rainfall in adequate strength so that lakes, ponds, wells and rivers are filled to the brim. May people live in prosperity through ennoblement of character. May peace prevail within us. May peace prevail around us. May peace prevail all over the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub your palms gently together, place them over your eyes, and then gently wipe the face with the palms. Raise the hands over your head. Take a gentle, deep breath and release it. Bring the hands down sideways. Open your eyes gently and look at your palms and bless your Guru and bless all the people who are meditating along with you. Be blessed by the Divine.
Be blessed by the Divine. I extend a warm welcome to everyone to the Spiritual Discourse in English organized by the World Community Service Center IT team. The purpose of life is to lead a happy life. When one's mind is full of negative emotions such as anger, one cannot lead a happy life, which leads to physical and mental health problems. Anger is a wildfire, a forest fire which spreads from shrub to shrub, tree to tree, consuming everything that comes its way. Unless anger is not neutralized, one cannot get peace and happiness at any time. Therefore, to lead a happy and peaceful life, physically and mentally, one should learn to forgive, introspect themselves, and neutralize their anger. Introspection is a method by which one can analyze themselves and convert all emotional qualities into a good qualities and help achieve the purpose of life. To tell us how to throw out the anger, we have Professor Dr. V.S. Elamurugan sir from Coimbatore with us tonight. Professor Dr. V.S. Elamurugan sir has rendered service in our sky system for more than 40 years. He was a professor and HOD, dean and advisor of various educational institutes. Sir has conducted more than 1,000 motivational speeches and empowering the youth and has addressed nearly 4 lakh students and visited more than 40 countries during his career. I now invite Professor Dr. V.S. Elamurugan sir to deliver his speech on the topic, Throw Out Anger and Grow Younger. Be blessed by the Divine. Vazhga Valamudan.
வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். Be blessed by the Divine. Be blessed by the Divine. Be blessed by the Divine. I am indeed very much thankful to our WCSC IT Department for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts on this given topic throughout anger and grow younger. My sincere pranams to my mother, father, and guru. I wish to start the lecture with Swamiji's song, The Manifestation. It moved, that was the beginning. Before that, it was a silent, static, infinite truth. The shimmering was life, energy tumultuous, cradling the atoms. In the rapturous churning of the centrifugal whirl, they joined and co-joined, clashed and exploded in one volatile splendor. It was the unfolding, the massing of constellations, the suns and the stars, the manifestation of all things, animate and inanimate, the awakening of consciousness, the dance of life between birth and death. It was the communion of spirit and flesh, the emergence of man, conscious of justice and righteousness, fulfilling himself in awareness and in service, selfless and pure. Once again, I seek the blessings of our revered Guru to discuss the topic, grow anger and grow younger. So, my dear brothers and sisters, who are all in the journey of consciousness, adapting to the simplified Kundalini Yoga system, you all will agree with me. The topic is of very great importance. We have thoughts, we have desires, we have anger, we have worry. Of course, we have the quest for understanding ourselves. We call it as know thyself. Swamiji says the journey is towards perfection, and we are all in the process. But what are all the thoughts that we have? Nobody knows. What are all the desires we have? Nobody knows. Whether we are in deep worry or not, of course, unless otherwise we express, nobody knows. But if you are angry, everybody knows. Because the anger in a man's mind, it reflects in the face and it is exhibited by his body language and by his actions. That's why Swamiji says, anger is a vile emotion that works havoc with individuals and even nations. In the management philosophy, we used to call anger one letter short of danger. True. In every individual's life, we face so many situations where we face a lot of chaos and confusions only because of our forgetful state of mind, which otherwise we call it as emotional state of our mind, which is nothing but anger. It's very beautifully explained by Swamiji why one gets angry. So before going to that, let us think very practically why we get angry. We have so many thoughts. We couldn't express all the thoughts. Only very few thoughts we share with others through words. And to fulfill those words, we involve into actions. And the actions give us some results. And when we fulfill our thoughts, we feel happy. And the thoughts are converted into desires. Sometimes people become very greedy, right? They couldn't fulfill the desires or the greediness. And when there is an obstruction, Swamiji says, that gives us an angry mood. But in reality, because of our lifestyle, we couldn't tolerate the actual normal happenings in our life, whether it is at home, whether it is at office, whether it is at the society, we become angry. So, philosophically or practically, if we approach the anger mood of an individual as in the same words of Swamiji, if you want to explain, man experiences a need and he looks for some commodity or facility to balance that need. If there is absolutely no obstruction, he satisfies his needs, he is very happy, he is very comfortable. If there is any obstruction to his effort, he tries to remove it with force, where the real problem starts. If the obstruction stands firm to ordinary force, Swamiji says he uses more force. Even then, if he couldn't get that commodity or the facility, unmindful of the consequences of his actions, the man steps up his force still further in his effort to remove or even destroy the obstruction. It is preciously this mood that is called anger. So, dear friends, we can consciously think in our own life whenever we face obstruction, when we couldn't overcome that obstruction, we felt the same mood, which is nothing but anger. Normally, if anger comes, we know with our consciousness whether it is right or wrong. Swamiji says you go one step ahead, you ask yourself what you are going to achieve out of this angry mood. Have you ever in your earlier lifetime, by this anger, have you achieved anything? We all will get one simple answer: no. Never we get anything out of our anger, except we create an image that he or she is an angry person. And it's very difficult for us to remove that image. And I personally experienced when I talk to the students, when I talk to our fellow travelers, whether it is in our mandram or in the public life, people always insist, I want this, I couldn't get this, so I am angry. I told my son to do this, he didn't obey my instructions, I'm angry with him. I told this in my office, nobody follows, so I'm really angry, right? So this are all very practical things we normally we face in our life. But Swamiji says, before getting angry, you ask yourself, what is the reasons for getting that anger at that moment with that person at that context? That's why he says, enhance your awareness. If we are aware what we are doing, what we are asking, what we are demanding, what we really need in our life, then it's very easy for us to overcome that anger. Why we have to neutralize anger? I called throw the anger, throw out the anger. Why? Because of this anger, we create lot of physical problems. Medically, you can Google it. You get millions of impact of anger in our body, starting from blood pressure, starting from heart attack, eyes irritation, straining of the nerves. We call it as nervousness. Swamiji says trembling and incoherence. We lose our control. We forget ourselves. We lost our awareness, and our life energy is getting depleted, right? And we face lot of problems, ailments, diseases, depression because of this anger, and we create lot of harmful emotional habits. You know, we hate people who are always getting angry. So when we get that anger as an image or an identity, we are slowly isolated from the world. When we know all these effects of anger, so how to overcome that anger? Let's ask only one simple question to us. Now we are all functioning with consciousness. We are aware. I am talking now. I am aware of what I am talking. So we are all listening. We are aware that what we are all listening. We do some action. We are conscious of what we are doing. Imagine if anger comes to us. What happens to us? Now I am not conscious of what I am talking because anger takes over me. Now it is anger that is talking. Okay. So we do some action with consciousness. When anger takes over us, the anger does some action. So we are not really understand the evil effect of those actions because anger does that action. That is why we use filthy languages. We throw away a lot of items. We broke so many things. We hurt so many people, and we don't know because consciously we never do that. Let's say somebody asks a simple question. When anger comes to you, you just ask yourself, what happens to you? You are not there because you are taken over by anger. Anger speaks, anger listens, anger does, anger breaks, anger hurts, anger does everything. If it continues, if it continues, getting angry becomes a habit. Okay. So I will share one or two practical examples. In our personal life, we all would have experienced that. We are very close friends. Let's imagine like that. I commit a small mistake. If you are truly close to me, okay, you will definitely tell me out of your friendliness towards me, Mr. Murugan, what you did was not right, right? So please don't do that. I will listen to you because you are my close friend. If I am such a gentle person, I will listen to you. Imagine if I am an angry person, okay, my reaction will be so different. And even if you are very close to me, if you recognize me as an angry guy, you will not be even have the guts to point out my mistakes. You'll be thinking in your mind, why should I talk to this guy? Why should I point out mistakes? Because he will react in a different way. So let me keep quiet. If it happens, dear friends, deeply think our mistakes can never be rectified. Throughout our life, we live with our mistakes. Rather, if we are a calm and cool and quiet guy, right? So when we develop good understanding with others, then people will come to us. They will help us to rectify our mistakes, and we will live a mistake-free life. And we will improve our awareness. We will become more conscious of ourselves, and we will definitely progress right in the journey. Swamiji says the awareness is not an ordinary awareness. Okay, he says it is soul awareness. We are not this body, we all know it. Okay, we are the soul, right? So when we have the soul consciousness, it enhances our awareness. This soul awareness makes us to become more spiritualistic, we become more calm and quiet, then it helps us to overcome that angry moods. Swamiji gives very practical tips. One is you know what is anger. So anger is a vile emotion. Why you get angry? Because you couldn't fulfill all your needs. And when you realize your consciousness that it is not necessary for you, you can overcome that. When you know the evil effects of anger in the body, in the mind, and in the soul, in the family, in the society, in the working environment, you will definitely come out of that angry mood, right? And when you know the evil effects of anger, you will definitely consciously think that I will never get angry. So far, we have been habituated to get anger at different occasions. So how to overcome that? How to utilize that? How to throw anger out of it? For that, Swamiji says, you list down with whom you are getting anger very often. Put one by one. I still remember maybe some 40 years ago when we were attending the introspection courses. On those days, whether it is analysis of thoughts, moralization of desires, neutralization of anger, eradication of worries. After each topic, when the professor delivered the lecture, you'll be asked to sit quiet, meditate for a few minutes, and start writing. So for thoughts, you will write at least 20 to 30 thoughts. And we will analyze them by the 6 reasons by which we get the thoughts. Similarly, the desires. Okay, the method of moralizing the desire. Similarly, the anger. We will list down all the persons with whom we get anger very often. Swamiji says, take that one person with whom you are getting anger. Ask yourself, why I am getting anger with that guy? Okay, I am the reason for getting anger, or he is the cause for making me to get angry with him. Swamiji clearly explained, if he is the reason for us to get angry with him, please accept him, tolerate him, gently forgive him. So take him very consciously to your heart and accept him and don't get angry with him. And if you are the cause to get anger with the other guy, you take auto suggestions. So from today onwards, so I will not get angry with him because I know the evil effects of anger. And I know that he will definitely develop an enmity with me. So I will not get angry with him. So consciously say it. Swamiji insists you practice it for one full week. Okay. Next time when you meet the person and when the situation comes, if you could overcome your angriness, or if you could function with him with awareness, you are successful. Otherwise, he says, give a small punishment to you. If you couldn't overcome that anger, right? Okay, you skip your meal, right? Or you consciously do continuous auto suggestions. I will not get angry with him. Repeat it till you overcome that mood. That is why Swamiji gives a practical methodology. And after 1 week, if you could manage to come out of that anger, right, then take the next person in the list. Continue it. I tell you, my dear friends, it takes months, years to overcome that anger. Because, again, I'm thankful to Swamiji. He says, anger has come to us through our genetic imprints, not only from our parents and from our ancestors, from the animal kingdom. Okay. So it is there in every one of us. So we have to take care of us to overcome that animal imprint and function with awareness. Then only it is easy for us to live a life without anger. I will quote 2 or 3 important effects of anger. We all know it, but for better understanding, Swamiji says anger is the worst enemy of mankind. That is, he is the worst enemy. That's why he told it's not only creates havoc between individuals, but even with all nations. He says if you take the world history, right, so we can very well understand the anger between nations. It created lot of chaos in the society, in the history. The reason is only the anger between nations. The bulk of wars recorded in the history have been the outcome of anger, immediate or harbored over a length of time. Swami says how we have to come out of it. Of course, we know the mantra that he has given: tolerance, adjustment, and sacrifice. If we practice them, if we could tolerate others, then we will not get angry. If you could adjust with others, you will not get angry with others. If we can sacrifice for the sake of maintaining harmony, peace, and happiness within ourselves and with others, you will not get anger. Otherwise, you will continue to record the evil effects of anger. And not only that, why when we get anger, that has very serious impact in our mind. You consciously think, as Swamiji says, when we get angry, our life energy is depleted. We waste lot of our life energy, right? So it overpowers you, and it makes you to completely become totally nervous, and it towards all your energy, and you become totally exhausted, right? And that is why we become dull, we become irritated, we become restless, and all the other effects of anger. So, as per Swamiji's version, I request you to consciously think how to throw this anger away. Number one, meditate regularly. Swami says yoga is the best method to overcome the angry mood. When we bring down our mental frequency, when we become subtle and subtle and subtle, and we are becoming more aware of ourselves, we are conscious of ourselves, and a subtle man, a person with a very subtle mental frequency, will never get more anger. Only when we are emotional, we become more emotional and we express our emotions in an angry way. So we can definitely overcome that by means of yoga. And as Swamiji said, is down all the people, ask yourself who is the cause, and that way also we can throw the anger away from us. And another, the tabular column you all know in our meditative system, let's list down and we can consciously ask what is the effect of anger, right? Have I obtained any positive results out of the anger? And definitely we all will fill up that form that no, we never get any positive impact out of our anger. Okay, rather we get only negative results, right? We lost our control, we lost our consciousness, our name, fame, status, knowledge, qualification, wisdom, everything has gone, right? And as Swamiji says, the best the method to identify that the person is a quite calm and a no anger person, and that can be very easily identified. If a person is meditating and he becomes very quiet, and when he is very calm and he functions with consciousness, when he knows the effect of his words, then he will function with patience. And when he realizes himself, when he improves his soul consciousness, he sees everybody as a soul in the world, and he will agree with other souls, and he will not find any harm, right, with others, and he will accept others, and he will take everybody as fraction of totality, and he will not definitely get angry. Okay, so when we are always aware of ourselves, that's why we become young. That's why I told you, when you throw anger out of you, you grow younger. Meaning, if you don't have anger, if you always keep good health, if you always balance our emotions, if you are conscious of what we are talking, if you keep good health, if we avoid all the negative effects of anger, right? We keep good health, we keep sound mind, and we are always function with awareness, and we become really youth in our mind and youth in our thinking process, right? Anger gives us a negative identity. If you overcome anger, we become a positive person. When we become a positive person, we generate positive thoughts, we generate positive energy, we generate positive vibration, we attract positive personalities, and we become wonderful human beings. Swamiji says the best way to have spiritual advancement is only to overcome the anger in a man's individual life. If we can manage to neutralize the anger, if we throw the anger out of conscious efforts, we become very subtle, we become very quiet, we become a normal human being, and by continuous meditative process, we become supra-human beings. We become aware of our own soul. When we know our own soul consciousness, it is easy for us to become God consciousness. So these practical methods will help us to live our life peacefully with ourselves, peacefully with our body and mind, peacefully with our family members, peacefully with our friends and relatives, peacefully with the society. And as Swamiji says, the purpose of life is to live the life with love, with values, with consciousness, it is easy for us to live a fantastic life. I will quote Swamiji's words and I will conclude this speech. The anger is keeping you away from the state of self awareness. If you want to make yourself divinized, if you want to make yourself a peaceful and happy person, if you want to make yourself really contented and feel that you are living a fantastic life, you have to completely overcome your emotions. Among the emotions, the most evil one is anger. If you get success in neutralization of anger, you will derive more energy. Your concentration will improve and you will have more awareness. From this awareness, from this conservation of energy, you can get more success and pleasure in all walks of life. Swamiji says sometimes in the office or maybe in the society, so we have to show anger, right, for the sake of getting things done. There he insists you act as if you are getting angry. He gives a simple example, maybe in the theater, maybe in the cinema, right? So people show as if they are very much angry with the other person. It's only on the screen, right? After the shooting, when they come to the room, they become very close and they talk to each other in a very friendly manner. Likewise, Swamiji says, keep yourself in awareness and your inner calm will hold. So, does not a drama artist display anger when the script calls for it? How realistic is his pose? But is there any trace of anger at his heart? Never. You can also adopt such a method efficiently in order to perform your duties successfully. But I, I consciously feel it's difficult for us to really dramatize our anger and express it, keeping inner self very calm. I don't know, right? Uh, I tried many times, but it never worked out. That's why I practiced a lot of forgiveness, a lot of patience, doing more and more meditation, so bringing the mental frequency to very subtle level, and only with constant awareness, it's easy for us to throw anger out of ourselves. So, dear friends, we have only one life, and this life is to understand ourselves. It is only to make us to progress at a higher level to reach the godly state. For that, we have to necessarily come out of the anger. Swamiji has given a lot of methods, practical methods, and one important point I want to submit to your kind consideration: never suppress anger. Some people may think that I cannot express my anger, so I am suppressing it within ourselves. So it's proven by science, and even Swamiji mentioned, right? So suppressing of anger is creating more negative effect in the body and mind, right? And it says you are creating more problems for you by suppression, and the suppression only makes us become a psychic patient. We have a lot of psychological disorders because we are keeping our anger within ourselves. Never do that, right? You create, and I think our mandram is a fantastic a place where we can share our thoughts with our fellow travelers, and we can vent out our thoughts and emotions to very senior professors, and we can seek the help of them, and we can always pray to Almighty to bless us to overcome our emotions, and in that way we can easily manage the stress that we face in our life, because I did a lot of programs for big corporates, the anger management, and how to manage the anger, how to throw anger, how to neutralize anger, how to come out of the angry mood and the mood swings It's a very, very basic questions, and normally all the executives they used to ask, because that has a very serious impact in our mind. So the emotions, uh, I think we can overcome those emotions only by means of constant awareness. Awareness comes to us only by meditation. Awareness comes to us only by introspection. Awareness comes to us only by elevating our consciousness to higher levels. Only with that we can overcome all our emotions. And as Swamiji said, anger is the worst emotion. We have to necessarily neutralize it. And having understood the negative effects of anger, let us all take very serious efforts to neutralize the anger and throw it out of our life, and let us live a fantastic, peaceful life. So, with these few words, I thank every one of us, every one of the members who are listening to this for the nice opportunity. And I will conclude with Swamiji's two sentences. Neutralization of anger is most imperative, particularly when you have taken to yoga. Yoga is actually a way of life for reducing tension and wrong concepts in the mind and taking you close to the truth, and finally getting communion with the truth. When you get angry, you become emotional, and then you get away from the goal. The state of truth is absoluteness. So anger is the only emotion that keeps you away from the state of self-awareness. So let us never have anger with ourselves. Let us throw out from our life, and let's live a peaceful, happy, fantastic life. With these few words, I thank once again every one of you and pray to Almighty to bless all of you good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. Vazhga Valamudan. Vazhga Valamudan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Very well explained about the fulfillment of a desire is the obstructed, the upsurge in the mind towards of that obstruction is nothing but the anger. Only after one is trained in meditation by mind through the concept of simplified Kundalini Yoga, founded by our Guru Yogiraj Sri Vedatri Maharishi, for a healthy and peaceful life. Sir has very well explained that one can overcome anger, that is through the practice of sky meditations for mind and introspection for wisdom. Only when one gets trained in meditation by mind, subduing repeatedly, mind will gain the capacity to win over the anger. On behalf of all the listeners, we thank you so very much for your wonderful and inspiring speech. Now the forum is open for the discussion questions. Please click on the raise hand button in your Zoom app to raise your questions to our professor. While you are preparing for your questions, we have a few important announcements to be made. Please emphasize all your near and dear ones to learn and practice Kayakalpa Yoga. You can easily learn Kayakalpa Yoga from your home by visiting the website kayakalpayoga.edu.in or by downloading the Android application. Our monthly journal Anboli is also available in the Android app. Get access to the premium content of Swamiji's speeches at a nominal subscription. Connect with us on Facebook and YouTube at Sky Yoga TV to listen all the past speeches of our beloved professors for free. Karma Yoga principles of Vedatrium suggest donating 1% of income to the good causes of the society. As some of you are aware, these donations are not expenditures but investments. You get more than what you pay as good karma. We invite you to donate to the World Community Service Center either through the Anboli app or through our official website vedatri.edu.in. Section 80G exemptions are available for these donations. Now we will start with the question answer session. We request the participants to stick to the questions directly to our professor. Radha Ravichandran madam, you can ask your question. Ma'am, please unmute
Vazhga
yourself.
Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan, please.
Excellent speech, sir. In-depth analysis of anger. You gave solutions to almost every kind of situation.
Thank you, ma'am.
One situation is how to face an angry person. Like at office, I don't have any problem. Nothing affects me. But at home,
Okay.
when I
Okay.
do so much to somebody and they
Hmm.
find fault and they show so much of anger, even a small reply, it makes totally out of my what do you say,
Yeah,
I
I
lose
understand.
total energy. But
No, no,
people who are
not all.
shouting, they
No
don't
need.
lose any energy.
Okay. No need to lose your energy. Okay. So accept the angry person as he is, right? So we cannot change him. Okay, right? So Swamiji used to say, so we can only request people on to just to understand the life, right? But we cannot change them. Okay. So you are doing all the work with so much of love towards all the family members. When they don't recognize, you just simply accept them as they are, and you please ignore their hurtings. Okay, you cannot change the angry people. You are not angry, the other person is angry. Okay, so you have to accept them, go on blessing him, right, or her, right? So you will definitely, you will feel you are calm and quiet when you face a person. Okay, that is the practical method by which we have to accept the angry persons. We may be calm, ma'am, right? But the other person who is not understanding us, it's difficult. And finding fault, it is the worst habit of the human beings, right? So always they will find fault with others. I always tell them, you simply ignore it. Learn the art of ignoring, right? You will not get disturbed. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Be blessed by the divine. Jayakumari, you can ask your question.
Sir, Vazhga Valamudan, sir.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்மா.
Sir, I am from Osur, sir.
Yes,
I am
ma.
studying 8th standard, sir.
Okay, ma.
Sir, I have two doubts, sir.
Yes, ma.
Sir, when a man is standing silently, sir,
Hmm.
Another man is coming and always tensed means what he can do, sir.
No, why you are losing your own balance of mind? But when he tends to disturb you, right? So with
Yes,
your
sir.
own willpower, okay, you just be strong, right? And don't yield to the external pressure. Okay, you be bold, you be strong, right? Okay, you exhibit that you are a very strong person. You cannot be disturbed by others. Okay, right. The second question. Hello.
We lost him, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Arunakaran, sir, you can ask your question. Arunakaran, sir, please unmute by yourself, sir.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Inspiring lecture.
Thank you.
For neutralization of anger as well as avoiding an anger, I have been practicing Maunam also.
Oh, good.
So
Very nice.
after practicing Maunam, I am not able to avoid anger.
Actually,
so in that situation, I am not unable to avoid anger. The
okay.
anger is increasing like anything. Kindly guide me.
Okay. No, you please don't avoid anger. Okay, you understand anger and you overcome the anger. You neutralize the anger. Okay, you come out of that particular emotional mood. So we cannot avoid anger from us. Okay, when we do meditation, especially when you are at Maunam, okay, the Mauna enhances the awareness in an individual. So when you are aware of yourself more and more, right? So you should be in a position to overcome that emotion also. Okay. So if you couldn't do that, you, as I told in the lecture, you ask yourself, why my anger is enhancing? Okay, right? Why I am getting more angry? What is the reason for it? With whom I am getting that anger? Okay, you ask these questions. and you get the answers, then it's easy for you to avoid anger. I request you not to avoid anger, to overcome the anger. Okay, you try this next time. Okay, then we will have more discussion personally also.
Yes.
Thank you.
Vidya Geeta, you can ask your question.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Vazhga Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan. Audible, sir?
Hello.
Ma'am,
Hello.
please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. I would like to know, sir, whether anger and the other 5 temperaments can be associated with chakras.
Yes, of course. Okay, right. But you know, when you do regular meditation, when you enhance energy in those chakras, okay, right, you will automatically become a very noble person and no need to worry about anger, ma'am.
Be blessed. Jay Kumari, ma'am, you have any question?
Sir, Valgorman, sir.
Vazhga Valamudan, ma.
Sir, my uncle is having a business, sir. He can't sleep at night, sir. What he can do, sir?
You ask him to just do relaxation. Okay. So recorded relaxation of Swamiji is available. Okay. Ask him to just do that relaxation cassette, listen to it, make him to cool down his body and mind. Okay. Let him relax. Okay. Then in the
Yes, sir.
process of relaxing, you will get good sleep. Okay. Nothing to worry about business. Okay. So of course we do business, and when you come home, okay, let him take full rest. Okay. Relax. Let him be happy. Take care of his health. Okay, ask him to do relaxation. He'll sleep well in the night.
Sir,
Wow.
and your speech was useful for me, sir, in the vacation time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Valgorman, sir.
Vazhga Valamudan.
Oblix, you can ask your question.
Vazhga Valamudan.
Vazhga Valamudan.
I couldn't listen. So please speak.
So we are unable to hear him, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering our questions and sharing your divine insights with us. Dear Sky Meditators, let us all put our minds together and thank and bless our professor. Kindly come to meditative state. Please focus your mind on Durya Chakra. Professor Dr. V.S. Elamurugan, sir, be blessed by the divine. His good health, be blessed by the divine. His loving family, be blessed by the divine. His divine service, be blessed by the divine. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us this evening. Please keep
Thank you.
enlightening us with such more wonderful topics, sir. Thank you so much.
Vazhga Valamudan. Thank you.
Vazhga Valamudan. Giving is not just about making a donation, it is about asking a difference. We would like to extend our blessings to the following Sky Meditators for their kind donations made yesterday, that is 25th May 2020. Thank you, Josh Balaji, Aru Chandriya, M. Govind, Sujata for making your donations through our website. Krish, V. Devendran, Murli, Manogari, Partha, Vedaji, you have made donations through the Unboli app and through Kayakalpa Yoga website. Ganeshan and Shreyas Gowda has made their donations. We are greatly appreciating for your kindness and utmost generosity. You truly make the difference for us. We are extremely grateful. Thank you all. By the grace of the divine bliss, may you and your family enjoy good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and be blessed by the divine. We are happy to bring the online programs live from the Alia Temple of Consciousness tomorrow. That is Wednesday, 27th May 2020. Morning 6 a.m. we have exercises in Tamil. 7 a.m. we have 9 center meditation in Tamil. 11 a.m. we have speech in English on the topic Vedatriya Attichudi by Professor Veerappan, Chennai. Evening 6 p.m. we have Duryadida meditation in Tamil. 7:30 we have Duryadida meditation in English. By 7:55 p.m. we have speech in English on the topic Balance Sheet of Life by Professor M.K. Janakiraman from Chennai. Please share this invite with your friends and relatives. Let everyone take part in the spiritual journey. We thank our beloved President Padma Shri Arunidhi S.K. Mailanandan sir for his leadership and guidance and support. See you all tomorrow with another interesting session. This is Jamuna Mani from Aliyar World Community Service Center, IT team. Be blessed by the divine. Good night. Vazhga Valamudan.